My name is James Sampson. I'm currently, at least for the next few months, or a couple months, the president of Gateway Longview. I've been doing that for about 8.5 years. Prior to that, I ran at least 2 not-for-profit organizations in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I actually grew up in Western New York, left for 2 years, but it took me 30 years to get back here. So when I came back, we started to understand what was going on in this community and the city. And I think that there is probably no greater gift that a parent or a community can give to their child than the opportunity for a good education and a high-quality education. And we're not doing that, and I don't think anybody can argue that. When we have 57 schools and 44 are failing, when we have a graduation rate that's less than 50%, when you're spending in excess of $26,000 a year per student, and we get those kinds of outcomes for our kids. I'm particularly struck with parents and how parents are starting to mobilize and starting to organize and wanting to have a say in not only the education of their kids, which we all want, but also on the operation of their school and the operation of the district. It is a voice which I think is loud, I think a voice that's clear, and I think a voice that if we don't listen to it, this community will be in jeopardy, as will the district. I also, Governor Cuomo about a year ago appointed me to be the chair of the Erie County Fiscal Stability Authority, better known as the Control Board. And about a year ago also, we got to witness the opening of a charter school, West Buffalo Charter School, which is on Lafayette Avenue. It started out at K-2, we're going to go to K-4 within a year. And it's specifically designed for kids who are English as a second language. We specialize in literacy and language acquisition. And we're very, very proud of that effort. We're very proud that that's open. And one short story, then I'll turn it over to Adrian. Last July, we had the opportunity of meeting with parents in one hot July day in Buffalo at Sweetness 7. And we had a line of parents who were signing their children up for school, filling out the applications for a school that did not exist. And that can give you a sense of the feeling that parents have, the concern that they have, and the desire that they have to ensure that their children get the best education that $26,000 a year ought to provide. I think Dr. Brown's doing a good job. I mean, she's obviously very, very qualified. She's got a good experience base. I'm very familiar with the Harvard program that she graduated from, what that meant and what they're intended to do. But like we frequently do, I think we're asking the wrong question. The question really ought to be, is the board doing their job? And too often we try to put the responsibility on one individual when I think we have to ask the question, is the board doing their job? And I would suggest they're not. And that's why we've got so much interest in this race. Is this board governing, or is it micromanaging? Is it getting deep into the weeds, or is it helping set the vision, holding it accountable, and engaging the community, parents, and children? You know, we have an organizational structure that's for the school district, not unlike a lot of urban school districts, that was born in the last century, and I don't mean the 1900s, I meant the 1800s. And so I think you want to ask the question, do you have the right superintendent? I think we do. It seems we do. But is the board structured the way it ought to be? Does it operate the way it ought to operate to move forward? And is the organizational structure such that we can provide instruction into the classroom, engage communities, and be accountable? Obviously, being a trustee of a charter school, I think they bring great assets to the community. And I would suggest to everybody up here who does not support charter schools, there's 8,000 students in this city, would not like to hear that what they're educational opportunity experiences, they're not worthy of that. And there's parents for every one of those kids. I was at an open house at West Buffalo Charter School 2 weeks ago. I'll finish. Yes.
Thank you very much.
One of the things I think would be helpful is if they started having meetings outside City Hall, in places like this, in schools. We've got beautiful schools throughout the city, so the deliberations and discussions can become more accessible to parents and families. I can read budgets pretty well, and I can particularly read municipal budgets pretty well. Reading the Buffalo Public School budget is an incomprehensible document. And I mean, we can't even agree whether it's $26,000 a year or $19,000 a year. So putting it in terms that people can understand it, both from a budget point of view, but then an outcome point of view, I went through all of the outcome rating data, and it is very, very hard to try to figure out exactly what that data means and putting it in a way that can drive parents' decisions about what schools they want to send their kids to. I looked at that stuff, and for the life of me, I could not determine what that information would mean to a parent if they wanted to send their child to a particular school.